What's this? A fourth consecutive day of E3 coverage from game-breaking news? You bet your ass it is. I'm Luke Brown, and here are today's headlines. Konami announced an 8th Silent Hill game yesterday during a low-key press conference. The new game is due out next year and will center around an escaped convict who happens upon the quiet little burg of Silent Hill while on the lam. Now, while I can appreciate Konami wanting to put out more games in this popular franchise, I just can't understand why anyone would still wander aimlessly into Silent Hill after all these years. Even prisoners have to have heard about the mysterious town full of hideous monsters, right? I mean, you honestly can't tell me that there aren't some hobo markings on that Welcome to Silent Hill sign warning travelers of the dangers in town, like a crazy cult, or sexy nurses with no faces, or that giant pyramid-headed man who rapes you in the butt with a giant-ass sword. Maybe it's because all the hobos are eaten alive before they have the chance, but still. Shigeru Miyamoto is one crazy dude. When asked about his next creation, a revamp of Nintendogs for the 3DS called Nintendogs and Cats, Miyamoto had this to say. So, you know, cats are interesting. They're kind of like girls. If they come and talk to you, it's great. But if you try to talk to them, it doesn't always go so well. Perhaps shedding a bit too much light on his personal life, Miyamoto's observations aren't necessarily wrong. And if I may, I'd like to take this analogy even further. Cats are like women in that if you get too close when they don't want to be bothered, you're likely to get scratched. And like a cat, a woman will pretend she doesn't like you until she needs something, and then she won't stop bothering you until she gets it. And cats are also like women in that when you pet a pussy, it often purrs. I could go on like this all day, but I don't want to end up as the next Jeff Foxworthy. Though, I can't imagine the sales of my first comedy album, Your Woman Might Be a Cat If, would be through the roof. Well, that should just about do it for today. We got one more episode left for you guys tomorrow, so be sure to tune back into Game Breaking News for our final thoughts on this year's E3. Good night.